Welcome back, my friends. The news today is about the high-stakes race for artificial intelligence in iPhones. Apple shares are sliding because analysts are highlighting sluggish iPhone 16 demand. Apple shares slid Monday after reports that demand for the new iPhone 16 is lower than expected, and down 12% year-over-year from the first weekend sales of the iPhone 15 last year. TF Securities analyst Ming-Chi Kuo wrote in a note. One key factor, Kuo wrote, is that Apple Intelligence, one of the major selling points for the new models at Apple's annual event last week, won't be available until next month in beta. Analysts at Bank of America and JP Morgan also wrote in investor notes that shipping times could translate to lighter demand for the newest iPhone Pro models, compared with last year. However, the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max models have not met expectations. Sales of the iPhone 16 Pro dropped by 27% compared to the iPhone 15 Pro. The iPhone 16 Pro Max saw a 16% decline. One reason for this could be the delayed release of Apple Intelligence, a highly anticipated feature of iOS 18. But, before we get into all of that, I would like to thank everyone who views my videos. If you would like to support the channel, please see the link to buy me a coffee in the video description below. And, please hit the like button and leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Apple shares slid nearly 2.8% on Monday, after reports that demand for the new iPhone 16 is lower than expected, and down 12% year-over-year from the first weekend sales of the iPhone 15 last year, TF Securities analyst Ming-Chi Kuo wrote in a note. The key factor is the lower than expected demand for the iPhone 16 Pro series, Kuo wrote after compiling data from Apple's websites on each iPhone 16 model's pre-order sales, average delivery times and shipments before pre-order. Kuo added that one of the key factors of lower demand is that the major selling point, Apple Intelligence, is not available at launch alongside the iPhone 16 release. Additionally, intense competition in the Chinese market continues to impact iPhone demand. Last Monday, Apple unveiled new versions of the iPhone, AirPods and Apple Watch at an event at its headquarters in Cupertino, California. Pre-orders for the new iPhones began Friday and launch on September 20th, but the first Apple Intelligence features for iPhone 16 won't launch until next month, in a beta version. Analysts at Barclays, JP Morgan and Bank of America also wrote in investor notes that shipping times could translate to lighter demand for the newest iPhone Pro models, compared with last year. Based on our conversations with distributors and analysis of pre-order figures on major Chinese e-commerce sites, total pre-order units were down YY within the first couple of days, with a lower Pro model mix, Barclays analysts wrote in a note. We heard that Pro model units were down double digits on a YY basis, while base and Plus models grew YY. The Barclays analysts added that the rollout of Apple Intelligence in the Chinese language is not until CY 2025, which may dampen early enthusiasm for IP16. Weak macro and competition continue to weigh on iPhone sales in China. They also wrote that Apple had to rely on significant discounts to help China sales for the iPhone 15. When tracking key markets' delivery lead times as a demand indicator, the JP Morgan analysts wrote that early lead times are indicating demand on the iPhone 16 base models in line to the iPhone 15 series during week 1, for example, pre-order week, while early demand indicators for Pro models are starting off modestly softer relative to the iPhone 15 series. Bank of America analysts wrote that after tracking iPhone ship dates on Apple's own website and various carrier websites, ship time for the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max models are extended, but somewhat less, on average, compared to last year at this point in the pre-order cycle. They added that though the extension of ship dates can be reflective of iPhone demand, other factors such as supply, inventory, allocation and pricing could be impacting the ship dates. The analysts also wrote that Apple reduced iPhone 16 prices in Australia and India. The iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max are Apple's more premium phones that have nicer screens and cameras than the regular models, starting at $999 and $1,199, respectively. The Pro models have the thinnest borders on any Apple product, Apple said at its event last week, calling them by far our best iPhone displays ever. The titanium is nearly half the weight of stainless steel and is more scratch resistant than other forms of titanium others have used. The company also said during the event the new iPhone 16 Pro Max has the best iPhone battery life ever but did not offer additional details. The iPhone 16 sales have been underwhelming for several reasons. Delayed features, some anticipated features, like Apple Intelligence, won't be available until a later iOS update. Competition. The iPhone 16 faces intense competition, especially in markets like China. Economic factors. A weaker global economy has also impacted consumer spending. Pricing strategy. The pricing strategy for the iPhone 16 hasn't impressed many loyal customers. Internal competition. The standard iPhone 16 shares many features with the Pro models, making the higher-end versions seem less necessary. These factors combined have led to lower than expected demand for the new models. Apple Intelligence, the AI-driven feature set announced for the iPhone 16, has generated a lot of buzz. However, its readiness for prime time is still a topic of debate. Early stage. Apple Intelligence is in its early stages, and while it shows promise, it may not yet be fully polished. Limited availability. Some key features won't be available until a future iOS update, which means users won't experience its full potential immediately. User feedback. Initial user feedback has been mixed, with some praising its capabilities and others noting areas for improvement. Overall, while Apple Intelligence has potential, it might take a few more iterations before it becomes a standout feature. Apple Intelligence, while promising, still has some catching up to do compared to established AI assistants like Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa. Here's a comparison based on various aspects. Google Assistant. Known for its high accuracy and ability to understand context, Google Assistant often tops the charts in AI assistant comparisons. Amazon Alexa. Alexa is also highly accurate, especially in understanding and executing commands related to smart home devices. Apple Intelligence. While Apple Intelligence shows potential, it is still in its early stages and may not yet match the accuracy and contextual understanding of Google Assistant. Google Assistant integrates seamlessly with a wide range of Google services and third-party devices, making it highly versatile. Amazon Alexa. Alexa has a vast ecosystem of compatible devices and is particularly strong in smart home integration. Apple Intelligence, primarily integrated within the Apple ecosystem, it works well with Apple devices but may have limited compatibility with third-party products. Google Assistant excels in providing detailed information, navigation, and executing complex commands. Amazon Alexa, strong in smart home control, shopping, and media playback. Apple Intelligence focuses on enhancing user experience within the Apple ecosystem, with features like personalized suggestions and improved Siri capabilities. Google Assistant, generally praised for its intuitive and user-friendly interface. Amazon Alexa, known for its reliability and ease of use, especially with voice commands. Apple Intelligence, still evolving, with some users finding it less intuitive compared to Google Assistant and Alexa. Overall, while Apple Intelligence is a step forward for Apple's AI capabilities, it may take some time before it can fully compete with the more established Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa. But, what do you think? Please hit the like button and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Please share this video on social media. And, before we end, a word from the sponsor of this video. Today's sponsor is ProWorldNet.com. ProWorldNet.com is a job website specifically dedicated to licensed professions, doctors, including any type of specialty nurses, and that includes all grades of nurses. Lawyers, regardless of area of legal focus. Teachers and professors, from kindergarten through graduate school. As well as any kind of job that requires a government license or certification. And ProWorldNet.com also includes short-term gig-type jobs as well. So, be sure to check out ProWorldNet.com if you are looking for a job or an employee. Thank you for watching.